Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we are doing Silk's hero ranking cards. We're ranking each individual card based on how well it fits with the rest of the kit. I took her through 4 games, all against Venom. So take that into account. This is first impressions and it's all revolved around that one encounter. But we took her through all 4 aspects: aggression, justice, leadership, and protection. So yeah, we'll get into this, but before, please like and subscribe, and if you don't know already, I wrote a book. It is on Amazon, and there's a trailer for it down in and those links are the details below. Please check that out. Otherwise, let's head into this, shall we? Alright, so to start things off, we are doing hero side first. Hero side is going to be a 3 for me. It's 1, 2, 3. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. I like a little more thwart, but I'm not much of a defender, really. But if there are more than 4 tucked cards here, discard all 4 of those cards. So when I first originally read this, I thought you had to discard all of them. But luckily I reread it during the first game, and I was like, oh, I don't have to discard it. There's always has to be 4, there can't be more. Silk Sense responds. After you defeat a minion or side scheme or resolve a treasury card, tuck that card under here from the encounter discard pile. So that is, I think, is very strong because there's a lot of minion, side scheme, or a treachery. That's a lot. That is quite a lot. But I can also see why, because some games don't have minions, some don't have side schemes, and treachery's average thing. Hit point, hand size 5, hit points are 10. Alright, moving on to the Alter Ego. Alter Ego is actually going to be a 4. 3 recovery, that's normal. Genius, great for ingenuity. If there are more than 4 tucked cards here, discard all but 4 of those cards. Just like on the last one. Action, discard card tucked here. Draw 2 cards. That is very good. Especially once you get built out and you constantly have cards under. You flip under, you draw cards. So it's going to be like an 8 hand size start. Bonkers. Bonkers good. Bonkers good. What is she holding? Anywho, moving on to Smooth as Silk. Smooth as Silk I put as a 2. Choose an enemy or scheme in play. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a card from the same encounter set as the chosen card is discarded. Tuck that discard card under Silk. Energy resource. Now this can be very good, especially at the beginning of a game. You're trying to get those tucked cards in. But it can also be very good at the end of a game when you're trying to get certain cards tucked under, especially if it's like the villain's nemesis set, not nemesis, sorry, encounter set. It is a good card, but I put it as a 2 because I played it a few times, but otherwise I used it to pay for other things. That was just the name of the game. Moving on to Swinging Silk Kick. Great card. I put it as numeral 4. Deal 7 damage to an enemy. You may discard a card tucked under Silk from the same encounter set as that enemy. If you do, this attack deals 2 additional damage and gains overkill strength resource. Very good, especially if you, plan it out right. So you can either do 9 damage to the villain or do it to a minion and get that overkill onto the villain. Very good card. 3 for 7. Still pretty good. It's no 3 for 8, but I like having the option to add a little bit, you know? There's 3 of those. Wall Crawl. I gave it 2 as well. Thwart, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Choose a scheme. You may discard a card tucked under Silk from the same encounter set as the chosen scheme to remove 3 threat from the chosen scheme mental resource. This is a very good card, but I only mainly used it just to remove 2 threat from a scheme. I think I used it under a handful of times to remove more than that, but that was only when I really needed to. Moving on to Get the Scoop. Get the Scoop right here is a 1. Alter Ego action, exhaust your identity, remove 2 threat from here. Any player may trigger this ability. So not horrible, especially when you're playing in a multiplayer game. When defeated, the Sunny Moon player looks at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck and tucks one of those cards under their identity. So if another player is willing to help Silk, That's very good. And being able to look at the two cards and deciding which one to go onto you is also still very good. But it's on the lower side of her kit, I think, and I think it only works really well when you have J. Jonah Jameson out on the field because those two really pair up together. I mean, if you have both those on the field, I think it's pretty good. But other than that, it's not like a force to play. Maybe no. I mean, get it to thin your deck. Maybe that's all I can think of. Yeah. Moving on to Albert Moon. Albert Moon is a 3. 2 cost support, exhaust Albert Moon, choose, tuck the top card of the encounter deck under Cindy Moon. That's great for her kit. Heal 1 damage from Cindy Moon for each card tucked under her mental resource. So you can heal up to 4. So that's even more better than her normal recovery. So you could recover for 7 if you really need to. Albert Moon is a very, very good card. Very versatile too, I believe, at the start and then later in the game. Moving on to J. Jonah Jameson. Now, I marked this as a 3. It was going to be lower. Because at first I only thought of it for Get the Scoop. 3-cost support. Exhaust this card, search your deck, and discard pile for Get the Scoop and put it into play. So if this and Get the Scoop are constantly out, it's very good to help you keep cards tucked under Silk. But the second part is why I bumped him higher up to a 3. Exhaust this card, remove 2 threat from a side scheme. So this is just an action. You can be an alter ego or hero form. This is a great way to get rid of those side schemes. Very good, I think. Edict Memory. Edict Memory I put as a 1, even though I know people are going to disagree about this. 1-cost upgrade, when you reveal a card from the same encounter set as a card tucked under your identity, exhaust Edict Memory. Swap those cards. Reveal the card that has been tucked under Silk instead, energy resource. Now, if you know me, I'm not very good at, what's the word, altering? Messing with the encounter deck. So I didn't really lean into this too hard because I never thought about it. Because I just draw the card and take what I take, I don't think of anything else, which I really need to. I need to change that. A lot of heroes would be a lot different if I did that, especially like Black Widow and stuff like that. But that's sadly why this is a 1. I know other people think it's a lot better. And it probably will be whenever I start thinking about it. I like the picture though. She gets hit, she remembers that, she dodges. That is a cool artwork. I like that. Moving on to Organic Webbing. Organic Webbing is going to be a 3. Yeah. 2-cost upgrade. Superpower. Silk gets +1 thwart, so that's good. Hero action, exhaust Organic Webbing and discard a card tucked under Silk. Ready Silk. She gains the aerial trait until the end of the round. So very good. You get +1 thwart. That's already good for you. And then you can discard tucked card under Silk to ready her, which is a good one, especially if you're trying to either clear a thwart or deal some damage, get rid of villains, all that jazz. Outwit. Outwit is also a 3. When Silk makes a basic thwart, exhaust Outwit. For this thwart, she gets +1 thwart for each card tucked under her, from the same encounter set as the thwart scheme, mental resource. So yeah, this is very good. This increases your thwart a lot if what you're focusing on is what you need to. So like the main scheme, for example, for the Venom, if I had 4 Venom tucks under here, I'd have 4 thwart, 5 if I had Organic Webbing. Very good, very good. And whenever this occurred, I didn't really need that wall crawl card because I already had the threat taken care of. Moving on to Spider Claws, one of my favorite cards in her kit. Because basically for the same thing for Outwit, when Silk makes a basic attack, exhaust Spider Claws. For this attack, she gets +1 attack for each card tucked under her from the same encounter set as the attacked enemy. This attack gains piercing, strength resource. Okay, so again, having Venom, if I had 4 Venom cards tucked under me, I'd be swinging for 6 each time. Very good. I like that very much. I mean, there's nothing else to say about that. That's why I like it. That's why I enjoy it. Last but not least, Spider Reflexes. That is going to be a 2 because I never really used it. Because, like I said, I'm not much of a defender type. I want to get into it more, but 2 cost upgrade, which is funny because in my digging deep defending, protection is the only aspect I actually want in. Funny enough. Spider reflexes. When Silk defends, it exhausts Spider reflexes. For this attack, she gets +1 defense for each card tucked under her from the same encounter set as the attacking enemy. After this attack, tuck the top card of the encounter discard pile under Silk, Strength resource. You know, I never actually read that bottom line. So you could be defending for 7, get a new card tucked under. You'd have to replace one, but still, not a horrible card, but I just didn't use it as much as I could have. Alright, so that is all the cards ranked out. Remember, this is my own opinion, and based off those first 4 games. I had a pre-con game, but I don't really count that. So these cards could switch out with the more I play against other villains, and in different aspects. Overall, her score is a 6.5 out of 10. First impression score. I liked her a lot, but I think the fact that I didn't play some of these really kind of brought her down. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of Silk's cards. If you think some should be higher or some should be lower, what your score is out of 10. Other than that, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Deuces.